As a verse.
Like, it's easy to reciprocate, but it's hard to show love when there's none given in return. You know?
Yeah.
Look at my notes really quick. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll give an example of this, right? And I completely hand this over to Christ. You know, this is not my part. All right. If you say it was, then
You're a fool.
I mean, you're not speaking with knowledge. Anyway, you were there. So one night in Belfast.
Oh yes.
One night in Belfast, right? So we were out in Belfast really late for some. We were at a work dinner thing, right? So it was quite late, and was Archie. It was Toby there.
Yes, he was.
Archie and Toby, right? Our friends, anyway. We were walking to our cars, and then this as you do in midnight in Belfast, there's drunk people everywhere, and they all want to kill you. Or give you drugs or something like that. But anyway, we're just walking along, having a laugh, as you do, with your mates, and this guy, he's walking towards us. He's in our path, right? I just look at this guy. I'm like, what is this guy? Because he's walking quite funny. He's holding like.
He's holding crutches and not using them.
He's holding 2 crutches and he wasn't using them. He looked like he should be using them. I was like, that's a bit strange. Anyway, so he comes up to me out of the 4 of us. He's like, "What are you laughing at?" And he reaches out his hand. And at first, I completely caught me off guard. I thought he was like coming for like a high five or a handshake. I was like, "What's this guy doing?" Anyway, this guy swings his arm out, tries to like hit me in the face.
Pure fist, like boom.
Yeah, he tries to take a dig at my head there. Matrix style, I somehow managed to slip back, and it narrowly missed. Like literally, I felt the wind cross past me.
And then I go, that guy just tried to punch Josh.
yeah. So I've never
just
met this.
what?
And I was like, what?
Whoa!
I can't believe that just happened. Anyway, this is all happening in like seconds, right? Almost like immediately, this his friends actually start coming over.
Yeah.
Like trying to make sure I don't preemptively make sure I don't try and kill his friends for trying to assault me. But through the whole situation, there was no anger. Complete calm.
I mean, me and the other 2 guys were laughing our heads off because you just had a pile of drunk people. One of them trying to kill you, and the rest of them holding him back, and another one just like giving you a big bear hug, going, "Don't be angry with him. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, so his friends actually started like they were really emotional about this because they thought I was going to attack his friends. So I managed to back up from this. This guy clearly wasn't in a good place. I could have. Like, he was smaller than me.
He was tiny.
He was clearly limping or something. He did was the aggressor. And I was in the.
You could have just knocked him out, like.
Yeah, but I didn't.
But we didn't because we're Christians.
Somehow, I ended up consoling his friend actually because he was so nervous about the situation, even though I was the one who got assaulted.
What was he doing? It was like, "You can't just go punching people. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, so I gave that guy a hug. Went on my way. This is all in a few seconds, right?
Oh.
And then just a side story because it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
This guy came up on a bicycle, calling the Batman of Belfast.
Batman of Belfast.
He's just a vigilante trying to look for a reason to hurt someone. So he's like, "You can't let that happen."
Alright, mate, nah, you can't let that happen. I wouldn't let that happen to anything like me, mate. See, if someone came up and punched me, mate, I'd slit their throat, mate. I'd slit their... And we were just like, whoa.
I'll beat up for you. I'll knock his head in.
I'll knock his head in, mate. I'm from West Ends, mate. I knocked their head in, like...
It was just like, flip. So I ended up trying to console this guy because he was clearly out for trouble.
Unhinged.
And Archie, because...
He was no older than 16, like...
Archie, because he's smart, he doesn't want this guy, us to be in his bad side. He's like, "That's a nice bike you got."
Yeah, because we were kind of annoying him, saying, "No, it's all right. You don't need to hurt anyone." It's just like, "I hurt anyone I want," and we were just like, "Oh, that's a nice bike."
And then he's like, "Oh, thanks, stole it."
Stolen, mate.
And he just cycled away.
Oh, and he was on his own. And he's just riding up and down the street,
We just saw him every now
looking
and
for an
again.
excuse to beat, just to stab anyone he can. Like,
That's crazy.
so that was the night.
Yeah, but yeah, it's strange. I did absolutely level-headed. I didn't expect that. That's just one example. You know.
Just calm, just peace.
Yeah. So if I find wherever in my notes I was going to read now, we'd be doing well.
Slit your throat. Mate.
Ah, yes. So there's another story of this kind of unreciprocated love. So a man whose wife got a disease from basically sleeping around, being unfaithful. Basically she got a disease from her unfaithfulness, and her friend asked him why he didn't just leave her. He ended up getting angry. And he said, "I will love her for as long as there is breath in her body." And later, she actually ended up on her deathbed, dying from this disease that she got from her adultery. And his hands were held over her in prayer as he nursed her as she died. But it's
quite an emotional image. That
it's kind of crazy, you know. It's just unrivaled love. You know, what can you do? So I have written my notes. Read Ephesians 5. So we'll do that.